You really want me to shake your hand? I insist. If you insist.
Welcome back to the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Wow. Wow, what a week. Wow, what a weekend. The trade deadline. Teams going bananas.
Where did anybody go?
Some resets, some retools. The Jets did what everybody thought the Dolphins were going to do. Got rid of two big guys. The Dolphins managed to get rid of one big guy.
Let's talk about him off the bat.
Oh, what, Jalen Phillips?
No, I thought you were talking about Sauce Gardner.
Oh, Sauce Gardner? Oh, well, you already made it abundantly clear that Sauce Gardner, what was the quarterback rating against him?
Well, you know I'm a numbers guy.
Right.
And I look at the metrics like they do. And they said that the passer rating over the last year against Sauce Gardner has been like 112. So you made up some good points, environment, in terms of what sort of defenses were they playing.
Right.
Obviously, there was a lack of a connection between
Right.
Aaron Glenn and
Sauce
the players.
But Sauce Gardner, yes, Sauce Gardner is a large corner, long arms, long legs, great speed, great ball anticipation, but he's a man guy. And from what we're seeing, they like to play a different type of defense than what they've been playing for the last 3 years with Robert Saleh, and Sauce Gardner doesn't fit in that mold. That would be an Aaron Glenn Tampa 2 flex zone, depending on who they want to cover. You know, you have to have some flexibility. And although Sauce is a good player, made him all pro a couple of years, but you put him back in that zone. We just saw that we've just been watching the Atlanta Indianapolis game, and what are we seeing? We're seeing Drake London run 8-yard hitches, easy catch, turn around, run for for 5 to 10 more yards, and run over Sauce Gardner.
Well, here's the thing: there's got to be some truth in those numbers. I get it that it's not just one thing doesn't cause one thing,
right?
But 112 is not a good number, and they gave up 2 first-round picks for that 112.
And Indianapolis is making the same mistake. They're putting him back in zone. They're backing him off in zone, and he's going to get killed.
Well, the Jets now have, I believe, 10 first and second round picks over the next 2 years.
The next 2 seasons.
That's legit. I've never heard of that. I've never heard a team have 10 first.
And with the 7th pick in the first round, the New York Jets select, and with the 11th pick in the first round,
they're gonna be like picks 4 through 9. The Jets are on the clock. So yeah, it's crazy, but whatever.
Now, I know a few people that are really happy about that, but
some Jets fans. We'll see how that works out. I mean, just because you got the picks, it don't make you a.
But they dealt.
Good
they
team, but
dealt.
it helps.
They dealt Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams. That is such a hard name to say.
Especially for
Quinnen Williams.
Yeah. Anyway, you're gonna keep touching my leg.
You're touching my leg.
Jesus.
You're in my space. I'm the host.
Whatever.
This is what happens when you try to put 2 large, bald gentlemen in one camera shot.
Very large, yeah.
So yeah, Quinnen Williams got traded away to the Dallas Cowboys, and I guess Jerry Jones figures that that's going to be a Band-Aid to fix his mistake from dealing Micah Parsons away. Okay, sure. But there were other trades, but none so big as those two. Those are 2 pretty big, large, major trades.
Yeah, they were. Back to the Jets. We thought maybe Breece Hall would go.
I'm stunned. As somebody who has been using Breece Hall as a starting running back in fantasy, I am severely disappointed that he was not traded.
Maybe there is a cap on how many first and second round picks you can have.
No, there is.
Because
no
they would have got a few more.
There's no cap on that.
Anyway, young
Come on, the
player.
Dolphins had 3 of them one year,
There is a real disconnect, clearly.
and none of them panned out.
They re-signed him and Wilson in the offseason. And you figured that the Jets were going to be moving forward and signing their best offensive pieces. And now you got guys bailing, him wanting to be one of them. And no, they ended up keeping him. So something's going on. There obviously is a strong power dynamic there with Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn doesn't have his guys. Aaron Glenn does not have Aaron Glenn guys right now. Okay, and it's common with every first-year head coach. Unless you come in as a head coach who is this, like a Mike Vrabel, who's got previous experience, okay, who comes into a team that has a lot of guys that really match his mindset with the New England Patriots. He has revived the Patriot way, okay, and they even made some trades. But when you have a first-time head coach come in, you're going to have a lot of disconnect between the players, especially the ones that came from last year or that were picked as part of a different system. You're going to have a disconnect there. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing that in New Orleans. We're seeing that in Vegas. We're seeing that now with the Jets. There's some disconnect between the new head coach and the players there. Okay, I mean, Vegas tried to fix it by bringing in former Seahawks. How'd that work out Thursday night?
Yeah, it was a snoozer.
Oh, my God.
I just want to say when you talked about, obviously, the Patriots and Vrabel, I just want to make light of this, the fact that how lucky are that organization, the Patriots, and also I'll reference the Packers, in terms of being able to get the coach right, the quarterback right, for such a long period of time. Be able to transition from great coach to great coach to great coach to great quarterback to great quarterback to great. I mean, they've gone and this is for not just a couple of seasons. This is not rebuilding from one to the next.
Right.
This has just been total
It's a culture
development,
thing.
domination.
It's a culture thing.
control, discipline, whatever other superlatives you want to put on there.
It's a culture thing.
But those two teams from both conferences are the standard in terms of the last 30 years in football, in terms of the advantage of having an excellent, if not superb, coach-quarterback relationship and developmental system in which they operate. So,
I would
1,000%.
I would completely agree.
1,000%.
And then when we turn our attention to the Miami Dolphins, who, by the way, are playing these bums today, and I could just
Well, you like the Bills, don't you?
F Buffalo.
That's your second favorite team behind the Dolphins.
Listen.
Can we talk about that game a little bit?
I love to hate 3 teams equally.
Can we talk about that game? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I love to hate 3 teams equally. Okay, it's kind of like having 3 children you don't like.
I know 2 of them.
despise you all in the same way.
I know the Bills, the Jets.
Bills, Jets, Patriots.
Oh, the Patriots are there too. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That makes
I respect the Patriots
Okay.
because of the Patriot way. Okay, because of all. I mean, you can't. It's the same way I respect the Steelers. It's undeniable.
Why do you got to go there?
Why do I got to go there? I feel your pain. But the situation in Miami right now has gotten to be untenable, and it's really gotten weird because they got rid of Chris Greer, but they kept Mike McDaniel, and the new guy, the new interim general manager who was in charge of the trade deadline, balked. He balked at a few other offers, but those were coming from the Buffalo Bills. So I will say this: good job not helping the Bills, okay, because the Bills came at us for Jalen Waddle. They came at us for Jordan Brooks. And no, you get no help. You go win that Super Bowl all by yourself.
You get no help.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing for you. Nothing. I
So,
said nothing.
Once again,
You know, I hate to
we're
do
in a
that.
situation where we have a billionaire owner
You got
who
nothing.
is not very football savvy, but he has had a talented executive fall in his lap, and there's maybe hope. I don't know. But
You know what they say
I'm not
about
going to be a
hope?
fanboy about
You know
it.
what they say about hope? Goes
What?
in one hand,
Yeah.
and then you take a poo-poo in the other.
Yeah, shit in one hand and hope in the other. Yeah.
Take a poo-poo in the other.
Oh, don't worry.
Why can't I find the injury report for the Steelers?
Are you okay?
Game? No.
This is why we need producers, because
No.
he's playing on his computer and he lost all of his stuff.
I'm trying to find injury. Maybe my glasses would help. All right. So anyway, do you want to talk about the outcome? What you feel like that Buffalo Dolphin game is going to happen? I'll go first. I personally think that
Buffalo's going to cover the 9 points?
No, I don't. I took the Dolphins, and the reason why is because I have a chain in fantasy.
Right.
Little segue
But you
there.
also, I mean, really, a 9-point home dog?
Here's the thing. Yes. Do you please somebody hang that in the locker room for the Dolphins to come out and play with some heart today?
Pride.
Right now, I know Buffalo has become, maybe in the last 2 weeks, everybody's darling again in the AFC. And, I get it. Pieces are still in place, record-wise. They're going to win the division again. Although the Patriots are making a run. But I really don't believe that there's one team right now, especially in the AFC, that doesn't have holes, that can be exploited at times. Buffalo's been exploited. Every team has been.
Kansas City.
I mean, yeah, now, obviously, the last few weeks, that looks like a different team. But early on, it looks like until they got their pieces together. What I'm saying is and everybody would probably agree with me, is this is almost a week-to-week league. And you really almost have to kind of like ride the flow or the train a little bit and see. And the Dolphins' offense hasn't given up. I mean, from my perspective. I mean, at least they're still trying.
Giving up would be trading Jalen Waddle. That would be giving up.
Right. And that didn't happen. So, I don't know. Maybe they don't win the game today. Buffalo's a better football team, and Buffalo is going to make a deep run into the playoffs. Dolphins are going nowhere. But I just think there's some pride left in the building. This isn't week 16.
It's a division game.
It's not week 16. If it was week 16, I'd be like, okay, they're looking towards whatever. But this is still middle of the season. Guys are somewhat maybe still planning for some jobs too. I like the Dolphins today to cover, to get inside that number. Is it 9.5? Is that what it was?
It was 9 this morning. It might have gone up to 9.5.
It's 8.5 now. So it's 8.5, which means maybe there's some late smart money coming on the Dolphins. I like that.
Rodney Dangerfield of football. No respect.
Listen, 8.5 points. I'm gonna take the Dolphins, and I'm gonna get 8.5 points. So
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Listen, I put in a few parlays, few cheap parlays, before we got to this, and one of them is all the home dogs. I like home dogs. Home dogs are good. Home dogs will hunt. With the exception of the Jets, I think that Cleveland's going to go in. It's going to be Cleveland -2 and the under. The under could be 20 points. I don't care. It's going to be another one of those snooze fests. It's not going to be a shootout. It's not. It's not going to be a shootout. Both offenses are fairly inept, like you were saying. Omarion Hampton, he's due for a big game, and now that you no longer have Quinnen Williams across the line disrupting things, and Cleveland likes to run between the tackles, you're going to get a lot of Omarion Hampton, and you're going to get maybe a 24-10 outcome. So, and I think the point line is 39.5, something like that.
What's going?
The Jets and the Browns. 39.5.
It's pretty low.
38.5.
Take a look here.
Yeah, take that under. The Browns.
37.5.
The only team with something elite in that game are the Browns.
Wow.
They have an elite defense.
All right, let's throw this out there real quick. One of the things we talked about last week was my approach on, how to gauge what you like today and what are some of the tools that you use. Well, myself included, I was watching the weather a little bit during the week, but not as focused as I should have been.
And now here's Matt with the weather.
Because all of my excitement today was in that Chicago Bears and Giants game. Guess what? Winds on track to be around 20 mile an hour, sustained gusts to 30. Now, any rain, snow, whatever they're going to say comes pregame, so that certainly won't be an issue. But like I've always said, wind is the worst enemy of points. Throwing the football.
Bench Odunze, Frank. Bench Odunze.
Here's the deal.
That's his guy.
I mean, if you're in leagues, obviously you're not going to be pulling players. But when I'm in DFS and I'm looking for high ceiling plays, and these are high ceiling plays, you don't want to limit your ceiling because of weather. So, maybe I'll bite my tongue after this, vomit and swallow it. But I'm backing off some offensive pieces in this game because of the weather. Now, across the board, there's a few yellows. like for instance, in your game today, he's picking up maybe some rain. There could be. By the way, he is Kevin Roth. That's the site I use. He Kevin Roth is.
Shout out to Kevin.
Hey Kevin,
One of our favorite weathermen.
he is our weatherman. Use him for years for baseball. Yeah. So basically, it's a little windy, a little rainy here in Miami, perhaps today at times, but we live here, so that wouldn't bother us at
We
all.
call that Tuesday.
And the Jets and the Cleveland game more dry than wet. Again, maybe a little bit of rain. So it's the one game that I was in on this week, getting some pieces on, some value, and it's the game that I'm going to have to completely pivot from because of, again, you're limiting your ceiling when you got bad weather. So please use your tools, use weather, check it first, save you some time, and that way it'll not have to waste you some time when you're trying to pick your lineups based on production.
Weather is
possible
very, very
production.
important, of course.
Huge. So, all right. So, back to some games. Patriots and Buccaneers, and your love affair with Baker Mayfield, and I like him too. It's taken me a while. I've come around to Baker Mayfield.
Wait,
Okay.
the jersey is on its way.
I've come around to Baker Mayfield. Tampa's at home to the Patriots. Now, one of the things I heard this week about the Patriots was everybody was on the Patriots this year coming in. Behavioral coaching changed. They had him as an ascending team. Drake May's second year. Okay, fast forward. Patriots are 7-2. They're in a great spot, but people were picking on their strength of schedule. They're picking on the teams that they've beaten. They're picking on the style of play. You know, it's always one-score game. They're always in games, whatever.
Ain't nothing to pick on today.
So now they got a tough. This is a tough matchup.
Playing a contender.
Tampa. Now, Tampa's beat up, and they've been beat up. See, this is the thing about Tampa. Every week we analyze a game, and we're like, "Oh God, they've got injuries to the receivers core. They're missing a lineman. Bucky Irving's hurt. Yet they still win. Okay, they're still winning games.
We're beat up.
So
I got my elbow has a thing where and this elbow too has some sort of tendon. I mean, I'm questionable every week.
Yeah, me too. Every day, not every week. Every day.
You know, some mornings I wake up and I'm doubtful.
Every day for me is a limited practice.
Limited practice, limited participation.
Walk through only. That's for me.
So
okay, so the Buccaneers are a 2.5 point home favorite in this game, and I despite the injuries on Tampa's side,
take it. Lay it out.
think the defense today for Tampa is going to try and be the story. I think they're going to have to show up a little bit today, and this is kind of going to be. They've got the total at 48.5. It seems high for me. I think this is more of a trench game. I'm hoping. So I'm going to lay it. I think Tampa keeps winning despite the injuries. I think maybe, again, still a young quarterback, Drake May. We all love him. I love him. I think he's probably the best guy in that class. There's still going to be speed bumps. It's a tip ball. It's a sack and a fumble. It's something that is just not going to be where the train just stays on the tracks.
Well, it's been happening to a lot of players that, you know, lately you get the major sports networks are shining them up as MVPs. And then they come right out and they lay an egg that day.
It's week to week, like I'm saying.
Yeah.
You say it all the time.
So
you have to look at consistency. And there are only a few quarterbacks that right now have been doing it week to week. Sam Darnold being one of them.
And one of them is playing right now, actually.
Yeah.
They're, you know,
Daniel Jones.
Indiana Jones. Daniel
I want to have a Daniel Jones stat. Okay, so all right, so who? It's the Bucks minus 2.5. Taking the Bucks? Do you need your broom, or do you have a broom?
Oh, for crying out loud!
Or are you doing anything with your broom? Or
I have a broom.
We have 4 props.
And the broom is out.
We got to use them all.
Yes.
So.
Sweep them up.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me get. I forgot
What?
to bring.
Oh,
in.
you forgot. He left his kicker on the sideline.
And I had my shirt to go with this at home as well that you graciously purchased for me. So next week I'm in uniform, by the way. So thank you, Frank.
That's because your wife was considerate enough to launder it.
You probably did. She could have maybe just thrown it away. So Saints and Panthers. Who cares? Let's talk about. This is a game that I'm really interested in. Again, the Sam Darnold love affair that I have been pushing now for 2 years.
And nobody's arguing with you.
There's been lots of arguments. I've been
Let 'em.
getting argued with all over the
That's that other show.
state. It's a bunch of people. They just don't love Sam
That's
Darnold.
those other people.
The other guys, yeah. Man, he just again the statistics, and it's not just 2 games. We're here talking about how the week
Sweep for Sam Darnold too. Sweep.
how
sweep.
NFL's week to week. Well,
Yeah.
don't tell Seattle that. Don't tell Sam Darnold that because
No.
he's been the best quarterback over the last year. Most passing touchdowns, best completion percentage. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
And you want to hear about an MVP candidate, Jackson Smith.
Oh, no
Njigba.
question, no question.
He's got what, 940 yards receiving?
948 to be exact.
948.
Yeah.
He's got what, 65 catches?
58.
58
58
catches.
Is this thing on? 58 catches. Yeah.
So,
4
sorry,
touchdowns.
I don't have a fancy laptop. I'm
I
just going
know.
by my
No, that's
my
good though.
adult
That's
memory.
really good. That's really good. No, they're playing unbelievable. Arizona today is starting Jacoby Brissett.
They're better with
No.
Jacoby Brissett.
Are they going to trade? I'm hearing trade talks for Kyler.
That's fine in the offseason. Kyler Murray is a shorter, more mobile Tua Tagovailoa. Shorter, more mobile Tua Tagovailoa. Listen, I love
He's
Tua
more
to death,
athletic. He's
but
more athletic than Tua, right?
huh?
He's more athletic than Tua.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's
Yeah.
shorter and more mobile.
Mobile.
Yeah, and you know he knows how to get down. He knows how to
Yeah.
avoid tackles. Where Tua seems to be a tackle magnet. Can't seem to keep his head off the ground.
Yeah.
So you got a guy, and you know Tua, like I said, if you got him behind a massive offensive line, he can complete 70% of his passes all day long. But Kyler
Really
Murray,
timing, yeah.
as we have seen, the offensive line for Arizona is not that terrible. You know, 74-year-old Jacoby Brissett is back there pulling his best Joe Flacco impersonation and tearing it up.
Consummate pro.
Yeah, tearing it up. Okay, that's a Belichick guy, right? By the way, that's
Jacoby,
that's
yeah,
the
he was in New England for a while. Yeah.
Yep. So, I move Murray. That would be fine. That you get some first round draft picks for him. Somebody's going to love him. Somebody's going to be in love. Maybe he'll go to the Raiders.
I think I'd rather call him a Brady guy.
Brady guy.
Because he learned under Brady. He
Yeah.
learned under Belichick.
Yeah.
Well, what did Belichick teach Brady? Nothing. He just created an environment for Brady to be successful.
No, the brain trust there would be Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, from the beginning.
And would be McDaniels.
You know.
And yeah, that's that brain trust. Okay, that's the one that raised raised Brady right.
I didn't mean to sidetrack you. I just didn't want to give Bill any credit for anything.
Okay.
All right, so.
You know, you just don't give Belichick credit for shit.
No. fuck him.
Okay, so
Old grumpy bastard.
yeah, I totally believe in Jacoby Brissett. The proof is there, and all of a sudden that offensive line for Arizona isn't so terrible. They're not so bad. Wonder why? Because he gets rid of the ball a half to a full second faster.
Full second.
Why? Because Murray's got to go like this over top of the shoulder pads
Where
of
is
his
he?
lineman.
I can't
He
see
can't
him.
see.
I can't see.
Okay,
I
so
can't see.
go work in an offense where you're in the shotgun all the time. Have you ever seen Kyler Murray under center?
No. Have you ever seen the movie Hear No Evil, See No Evil? With Richard Pryor and...
Yes.
Okay, wait, one could hear...
Why?
I was just thinking about it. Because when you said, you can't see, I can't see. Well, that's one of the lines of that movie. It was Richard Pryor. He was
There's
the
so
blind
many
one.
politically incorrect jokes in that movie.
So, Gene Wilder. And,
Yes.
right, Richard Pryor.
Yes,
Such
yes.
a good movie. Go see
All right.
that movie. It's very funny.
All right.
Yeah.
So, next game.
All right, Ravens, Vikings. What do you think about this one? Again, let's talk about
We're in Minnesota.
the media-driven love affair for Harbaugh and the Ravens, who are sitting at 3-5. By the way, the love affair. Yeah, they're visiting the Vikings today. What happens today to the media narrative if the Vikings just smack the Ravens in the mouth? JJ plays like he did last week. The defense got all over Jared Goff last week. They made the offensive line. And by the way, the Detroit Lions offensive line, top 5 unit, right? And guess who made them look really bad? Your old coach made them look really bad.
Yep.
And I could see a situation today where, again, Lamar is a lot more elusive, and they're going to have to run that a little differently. Goff is kind of stationary,
Well,
and Lamar Jackson is not.
Get you some Lamar rushing yardage props.
Because they're going to...
Because he's going to be running for his freaking life.
Yeah, and that's fine because Lamar can thrive in that situation. But this is not going to be an easy game for the Ravens. Ravens are coming in 4.5 point favorites. I think that's too much. So I'm on the Vikings. I think the defense is good.
Home dog. Unbelievable.
By 4.5 points. So
Unbelievable.
they're a 4-4 team this year. And Vikings,
Disrespect.
They're in the hunt. If they can get a win here, they're in the hunt at 5-4. So and building momentum with the quarterback who they wanted to be their guy.
Yep.
That's
This
all
is
I'm
the
saying.
battle of the purple teams.
That's all I'm saying.
And
So
the purple home team is going to take those points, win outright,
it's a good game.
take that money line.
I mean, Lamar's playing unbelievable, but again, he hasn't been healthy, and there's issues there. There always are. Let's see how that plays out. I'm on the Vikings. Are we rooming that plus 4.5?
Yeah.
You got one thing to do. Do this. With
Just
the broom.
wave the broom.
That's it.
Well, what do you
If
mean?
it works.
I need to give my 2 cents,
No, after your 2 cents.
or at least a nickel.
That is your 2 cents.
See, 2 cents, that's pennies, kids. Pennies don't exist anymore.
Oh, coins are almost obsolete.
Now we're almost to the point of getting rid of coins.
People just hand me change now, and you're like, no.
Is that a Bitcoin?
What?
So go ahead.
You know, Giants Bears. We can briefly talk about this. I was all
We already
over this
talked
game.
about this.
We talked about the weather.
Oh, okay.
Talked about the weather. The Bears are 4.5 point home favorites against the Giants. The Giants are coming in limping. They've been limping for weeks. They just keep losing stars. But the Jackson Dart love affair of 1960 just keeps going. It just keeps going, and he's playing really
And that
well.
makes them dangerous.
It does in a way. It does in a
It's
way.
not just a coincidence that he and Baker Mayfield both wear the number 6.
Right.
They're both very similar quarterbacks. Okay, very gritty. And Dart isn't afraid to take off running, and he's a better runner than Baker Mayfield. But still, that 4.5 is tough. That's a tough one.
At some point, it's like when you get up and you run into a wall, okay, with your helmet on. You survive, you hit the ground.
I did that one time.
You shake yourself up, you get up, you do it again. Okay, same result, you do it again.
I did that one time, and I'm just fine.
The Giants have proven that they can run into the wall with their helmet, get knocked down, get up, and then do it again. But eventually, with a roster that is not elite and with a coach that probably coaching in his last season with the Giants, I just don't think that there's enough in the tank to sustain when things go wrong. And they do go wrong in the NFL from time to time. I mentioned in that last game we talked about with Tampa Bay and New England.
Right.
Drake May's an amazing quarterback, but he's going to come into situations where there's going to be roadblocks, there's going to be stumbles, there's going to be mistakes. The Giants are always facing an uphill climb this year so far. This is their 6th road game out of 10. So the schedule hasn't been cooperative. The injuries have been mounting. The coach has got a foot out the door, and they're putting all this on this kid, this rookie Jackson Dart. Okay, it's tough to sustain. And the Bears are certainly in a situation here in a better coach, okay, and in probably a better roster right now the way they're playing.
Their defense has been surprising.
Playing better, okay. I just, and now you've got weather introduced into a game where certainly things are going to go astray. All right, so.
Well, here's another factor for you. Okay, Ben Johnson is quoted as saying that he is going to go with the hot hand between Monangai,
Right, Swift.
we call him Mongo,
Right.
and Swift.
Right.
Swift had some sort of a personal issue this week. He missed a couple of practices.
He's back.
And he's still got that groin thing, which I hate saying groin injuries. You say it.
Groin injury.
I can't say it.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's
For a running back.
if you've ever injured it, you know what I'm saying. But anyway,
Yeah, no bueno.
so they're going to go with a 2-back, and that I think that the weather conditions actually fall in Chicago's favor. I think they run the ball a lot, and they control the game and they cover.
Yeah.
4.5.
I like the Bears.
So Bears.
Burn it.
Bears.
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 Okay, next.
Texans, Jaguars.
Texans,
Jaguar. Okay, who are the Jaguars? I don't think anybody knows.
They're still figuring it out,
The
but
Texans-
they have an identity.
Okay, now this is what Vegas is. This is the story that they're trying to tell you today.
Uh-huh.
Houston is the favorite. They're at home. Okay.
Right. Brian Thomas is out, wide receiver.
Yes.
Stellar wide receiver for Jacksonville.
Texans are 3-5, and their glaring weakness has still been the offensive line.
New acquisition Jacoby Myers is starting today, wide receiver.
For Jacksonville. Yeah, but Texans, again, man, their defense has been tremendous.
Brutal.
It's on the same level as Cleveland's, okay?
What are the averages? 16 points a game?
It's not a lot.
Points allowed is really, really low.
Not a lot. I can look up the defensive stats real quick.
Well, there you go. He's my producer, too.
Because I have them. Let's go with just defensive yards allowed.
Oh, yeah, that's low as well.
Yards per game.
No, D'Amico Ryans has himself a monster.
Houston, number 1 defense in yards allowed. There you go. So it's tough to get on that team.
Take the under.
And, well, this is the under in this game. It's another low one, 37.5. I'm not too good with the over-unders right now. But let's just look at the two teams. I like the Texans in this spot.
So do I.
Again,
That's all. Thank you. Goodbye.
Defense is playing tremendous. Nico, please. It's my little DK guy today as well.
10 and 11 targets the last 2 weeks.
They're making an effort to get him the ball, and there's no touchdown in those last 2 weeks. And you know what I say?
Last week was amazing.
If they keep throwing him the ball and he's not getting in a touchdown, eventually he's going to get a touchdown. So maybe today's the day. Give him the same 11 targets today and a touchdown, I'll be very happy. So I like the Texans. Lay the 1.5. I don't care about the total, but maybe Jacksonville will score. Maybe they won't. We'll see. Rams, 49ers. Hey, how is Christian McCaffrey getting targets before the game starts? That's incredible.
Yeah, he's got 3 catches before the game started.
They're showing him here. He has 168 carries. Christian McCaffrey.
We're still on track for 400
plus touches. More than, because he has 168 carries and he has like 60
Welcome
catches.
to Christian McCaffrey's last season. He'll be retiring after this.
Last season. He's going to have to apply for Medicare when the season's over.
Holy crap, kid.
Man, 49ers, by the way, who are not starting Brock Purdy.
I know.
And are going with Mac Jones, previous
who would look great in aqua and orange.
Pro Bowler with the Patriots. Pro Bowler Mac Jones with the Patriots. He only went that year because the 3 guys got picked ahead of him. All didn't go, by the way. So yeah, he was 4th choice, but he still went to the Pro Bowl. Yeah, Mac Jones is the guy throwing to guys like Jennings and maybe
Juwan Jennings is pretty good. Kendrick Bourne is still there.
Kittle in his 4 targets a game because he likes to maul people and block.
They literally have 4 healthy wide receivers in San Francisco.
37 targets to McCaffrey.
Right.
So
they have so few that they are now looking at Brandon Ayuk, who is still rehabbing his knee blowout.
His areola strain.
No, he blew his.
No,
he had a similar knee injury as Tariq Hill.
Yeah, that was right.
And they're trying to say, hey, when are you coming back? It's like, maybe not this year.
You don't get to say areola very often. That's why I threw it out there.
I sprained an areola once.
Painful, isn't it?
I'm not allowed to go back to Isla Morada.
I overshaved mine one time. Very painful.
Yikes.
Burn
TMI!
Burn for weeks, I'll tell you. So, yeah, all right. So, 49ers. Mac Jones throwing to those guys, some of these guys, against the Rams, who I found out, by the way. Let's just talk about the Niners secondary. They're 3rd worst passing DVOA against receivers this year, which means you can get some. And, oh, by the way, the Rams have good ones. 2 of them, Puka, Devontae Adams.
Well, Puka's going to be the obvious choice. Everybody's going to jump on him in DFS.
But guess who I'm on?
Adams.
I believe it. Now, they'll both be somewhat
He's zagging.
But I just think you got to get pieces in this offense. I just want San Fran to stay competitive. Because if they do, then that just means that we can do some of this, do some of that. So that'll be very nice. So that being said, though, the Rams are 5.5-point favorite on the road. That's a lot of points, though. You think so? Okay, Rams, 5.5-point favorite. I like it. 36-24, Rams.
Okay.
Gross. Lions, Commanders. Man, the Lions got beat up last week.
They got beat up because they are beat up.
Well, they are beat up, but they got beat up more. I mean, Todd Bowles made them look very pedestrian, the offensive line. He really dialed it up, which you knew was the case because that's what he does. Yeah. But you didn't expect to see the success. Like, you really looked like Minnesota dominated that game from the jump.
Bowles,
Brian Flores. Sorry, I said Todd Bowles. Brian Flores.
Bowles is the head coach.
I know. Thank you. I meant Brian Flores. But they, from the jump in that game, were just, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to take it to you. And they weren't worried about Montgomery or Gibbs in the running game or anything like that. And, Goff, again, that's his thing. He's a true pocket passer. He doesn't have the elusiveness of any of the guys that we've been talking about. So, but you give him time behind the offensive line. He kills you.
Captain consistency.
Destroys you. I think I said a couple of weeks ago, between the numbers, he's like the best rated quarterback. So, and there's a reason for it. So,
well, and the only way you're going to get at him is you dial up exotic blitzes. And what does Brian Flores do better than any other defensive coordinator in the NFL?
Yeah, pressure.
Dial up exotic blitzes.
Yeah, so that worked. Now, the Commanders, they don't have that kind of pass rush. Okay, they are near the bottom of the league in terms of pressure.
They honestly, the Commanders should just, they're going to play out the string. You're not going to the playoffs. That defense, the age on that defense has now jumped up. Every team faces it. When you stock up on wily veterans, they've got a little something left in the tank. And then you do it 1 year too long, and here you are, week 10, in the middle of the season, and now suddenly guys like Bobby Wagner are starting to look their age.
Yeah.
Okay, and guys like, they have like 8 guys that are over the age of 28 on that defense. 8!
That's so old.
That's 8. I mean, that's a lot. So, I mean, they got some young guys, but I mean, what I would advise Washington to do is just try to get through the season as healthy as possible. Win a couple of games, sure. Nobody's going to roll over. Everybody put good stuff on tape, but next year, O-line, D-line, O-line, D-line.
Can I tell you the lock bet in this game is Lions first half? I'll tell you why.
Do tell.
They got smacked last week. And you got to feel like they've got a little bit of a little ego check.
Coach Dan is going to want to come out.
Man.
Lions are going to blow them out. First of all, let's get that.
And that's what I'm going to get to. 7.5 points. We always look at these lines being big line. 7.5 points in the NFL is a big line, but you better take that first half line. It's probably 3.5 or 4. And in the first half, if the Lions, they're going to come out and, like you said, Dan Campbell, bite the kneecaps, brother. It's coming. They're going to look. Jared Goff's first half numbers, 16 for 18 for $190 and 2 touchdowns.
They're pissed off.
Yeah, so that's going to be his first half numbers. And, now again, will they maintain that intensity through the rest of the game? I don't know. That's why these lines get wonky. But I think a smart value bet in that game is out of the gate, is bring it, and let's see what we got. And I think they challenge
So we're laying the 7.5?
Oh, I am too. Yeah.
Tease it up to 8.5. I don't give a crap. Here, have some straw.
First half bet. Right
Sweep
there.
it.
100% lock of the week.
Okay.
Lions first half.
Okay.
I've been delaying the Steeler game. Let's see.
You've been delaying the Steelers game?
I've been just
by the way,
scrolling up and down by it every time, going, no, I think it's got to be another game we haven't talked about.
Oh, and by the way, in that game, as far as a player prop, we like Jameson Williams, too. Jameson's going to have himself a big day.
Well, I can talk about defense after.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break?
Yeah, we'll do it after.
Well, we're still got, 2 more games to go?
Yeah. Eagles-Packers.
I'm directing, too.
Packers.
Eagles. Packers.
Green Bay -1.5. Home favorite. I think they should be. This would be a game where people like to jump on board. And people are already on Green Bay. But if Green Bay beats the Eagles and we wake up tomorrow, what are we saying about the Packers? Are we saying, Jordan Love's the greatest quarterback in the NFC? Are we back to what I had said earlier about the franchise and their success with the coach and the quarterback relationship? And is this now going to be the number 1 team in the NFC? Is this the team everybody's chasing for this week? For this week, maybe.
I
don't know.
A believer.
Remember the
in
Browns
the Eagles.
game? Remember the Browns game for the Packers?
I don't care. I believe in the Eagles.
Oh, you're on the Eagles.
Yes, I am all over the Eagles.
Ooh, I'm on the Packers.
Okay.
Let's
you
fight.
can get all over them Packers.
All right, you're on the Eagles. And because you think that all of a sudden that their identity on offense is what? The Saquon Barkley game last week against the Giants?
Well, first of all, the move to trade for Jalen Phillips was significant. Okay, because obviously Phillips is going to be a situational player, especially these first few games. He's not going to be a 3-down guy. He's not going to be. He's going to be
after you're done, I want to focus
long
on the
passing
offense.
situations.
He's got to score points.
Right.
What's Barkley going to? Is Barkley going to have a good day today against Packers defense?
I believe so.
Okay.
He's been quiet.
Okay, no, it's again.
And he's done being quiet.
Well, last week he ran all over the Giants.
That's what I mean. He's done being quiet.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and I think he's going to go nuts here too.
I can tell you, yards per game, and again, there's a lot of factors that go into this. The Packers are 5th in terms of rushing yards allowed per game. So it's going to be mano a mano, right? It's going to be hopefully Barkley, which
hat on hat, baby.
Which through the first 7 or 8 weeks was metric-wise way behind the sticks, literally.
Yep.
Compared to last year.
Watch out for Dallas Goedert.
Half the yardage.
Let me tell you a little something that's crippled the Green Bay Packers. They lost Tyler Kraft.
That's big.
Okay, huge. Huge. They lost him. Not only is he the security blanket for his quarterback, but he is the security blanket for the whole damn team. Okay, I mean, how many third down conversion catches does he have? Come on. They lost their number one receiver, and quite frankly, the most mediocre group on their squad is their receiver room. You go into that wide receiver room, you got one guy who has prospects, and that's Golden. The other five.
Well, I mean, no, you can't say
Dobbs?
that. Dobbs is
Meh.
back. He's no.
Meh.
You're underselling that room a little bit.
Man, Watson, double meh.
You're underselling that room quite a bit.
Meh.
Okay, anyway, so you're on the Eagles and their consistent run game.
Yep.
And I'm on the Packers because the Packers, one of their defensive strengths is going to be stopping the run. And again, I don't have any true confidence week to week in the ability for Hurts to connect with his best player. I know statistically they've been better over the last few weeks because there's been a lot of attention on that. But they're going to have to do it again today. They're going to have to throw the football today, which I have A.J. Brown in my season.
Okay.
So I'm hoping he does. But this is going to be a good football game. But I like the Packers. So I'm going to lay the 1.5. I don't think it matters. It's only a 1.5.
EAGLES.
Oh, gosh. All right. Steelers
I know how to
and the
spell.
Chargers. 2.5 points. Chargers are a home
You've
favorite.
been stalling.
Well, we'll just save the not so best for last. So the Chargers are really hurt. Every team seems to be really hurt right now. But they lost Joe Alt. We know how big of a thing that is when you lose.
But they made a trade.
Okay, well, wait. They also lost a guard in that same game last week to a broken ankle or some shit. It like was sideways.
More sideways stuff. Oh,
They're
sideways.
really
Oh.
their offensive line is hurt now. We can talk about the trade, but I'm just going to throw the Steelers defense out there. Then I'm done talking about the Steelers because I guess I know what the offense is right now. Okay, I have more faith in the offense right now than I do the defense, and the reason being is because
Defense showed up last week.
and they did finally. But this is my point: is the offense has been carrying the load.
What do you want, Wicker or what?
Since the offense has been carrying the load, if the defense plays like they did last week, then the offense just has to hold serve. And they're capable of doing that.
Okay.
So, yes, do I think last week's performance defensively was the best all year? 100%. Let's see it this week against an offensive line that's been decimated. Okay, there's no excuse for this week because last week, statistically, we weren't supposed to show out like we did. There was mismatches, and they weren't in our favor. This week, they're in our favor. Okay, we have an advantage here from a defensive perspective. Let's see what happens. Okay, now we typically play the Chargers well. If you go by our history against the Chargers, we usually play them well. And I don't think the Chargers necessarily have a huge home field advantage overall necessarily anyway.
In LA?
And I wouldn't be surprised if you see 20,000 Steeler fans
Yeah,
in the
there's going to
stadium.
be
Yeah.
shadows
Right.
in that crowd.
So all of that being said, and again, trying to be as looking through a different lens than my normal cynical lens of being a Steeler hater, fan, whatever you want to call it.
You would love to hate
We-
your own favorite team.
We have
That's
a
hilarious.
real chance here to continue to build on not only the lead in the division, because again, everybody's appointing the Ravens as the division leader. We have a 3-game lead on the Ravens. Okay, there's only half the season left, so that's like a 10-game lead in baseball going into August or September. Okay, it's not insurmountable, but things have to go right for one team, and things have to
One
go
game at a
horribly
time.
wrong. Yeah, so no, this is another opportunity for the Steelers to show out defensively. I'm going to take the Steelers. I don't know why. I'm taking the Steelers. I'm getting the 2.5 points. I just want to win the game, and I don't care about the total. But Aaron Rodgers is still playing well, and the offense is playing well. So let's see how it goes. Let's see.
I disagree.
Oh God, here it starts. So this is the beginning of the end for the Steelers.
Here it comes. Okay, so you focused on the offensive line and all the problems that they had. Let me remind you that just this past Tuesday, the Los Angeles Chargers traded for Trevor Penning, the mammoth offensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints. Okay, so hole patched and with a big piece of whatever you want to call Penning. Okay, so hole patched. The offensive line isn't as big of a basket case as one may think. And they're still running the ball. And that kid Vidal now is the latest flavor of the month, running the ball and doing well. So I have a little more faith in the Chargers than you do. I have all kinds of faith in Harbaugh. That's the monster right there. Okay, he's one of those coaches that's like the Don Shula mode, like Bum Phillips said. He can take hissin and beat urine, or urine and beat hissin.
No, it's a coaching mismatch.
He is, yeah.
No, don't
I
worry
know
about
it's
that.
always a coaching mismatch.
Don't
with you.
worry about that. It's a coaching mismatch.
So yeah, I'll lay those points.
My daughter's high school coach for football would be a coaching mismatch against the Steelers.
Oh, for corn's sake. Okay, are we done?
I think so.
Are we done? So can we take a break?
Take a break.
Finally. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after these massages, the Gonzo Radio Network, and the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Fantasy football.
Not about the money.
So what is it about?
Now, let's analyze what's been working for us. Not a goddamn thing's been working for us. Like this goddamn suit doesn't work for me. And this stinking tie. And this goddamn shirt. It doesn't work for me. You know how to play winning hard-nosed football? You play football like a Gennaro played football. A guy who gave his life for this football team. He was a 140-pound halfback. And he played like a goddamn wild man. No, like a goddamn rampaging beast. And that's the way you're gonna do it. You go out there, you tear their fucking heads off, and you shit down their necks. Let us pray.
Gonzo Radio. Gonzo Radio.
And we're back with the big fun here at the Gonzo Radio Network, Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Hey, hi, hello. Now, you said you have...
Yes, I do.
Matthew Massaracchio,
That's me.
dumbass. You have the DFS lineup. You said it's the
Right.
DFS lineup.
Well, here, this is what I'm going to say now.
You said it's money.
It is definitely money. It definitely was going to win the Million Make. But
And this is in DraftKings, not FanDuel.
yes, well, it's players. I don't know if the salaries are going to be different. So
Right, FanDuel's a little different.
but it's players.
Right.
It's players, and it's definitely going to be in the top three.
Right. Oh, by the way, before you move on here,
Yeah.
okay, there's been a little bit of a shift in the betting landscape that a lot of people have kind of overlooked, because ESPN is now working with DraftKings as far as their wagering site, and ESPN Bets has now been shunted off to be a show on ESPN, and they no longer have that. All of that action that they're taking has now reverted to the DraftKings sports betting app. So there's been a little bit of shift.
There's a little bit of shade too, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the sports and gambling industries that are coming to light. We've heard the NBA stuff now. That's kind of been obviously in the
And that story doesn't get any better as they dig.
Man,
It just gets uglier and uglier and uglier.
You know, when they have a federal indictment on something, success rate for federal indictments is like 99%. They got you.
They won't indict you unless they know they can get you.
Yeah. So, and it's a lot of money spent, a lot of resources used. So the net is long and wide, and whoever's in that net is in a lot of trouble.
Uncle Sam comes after you, you gonna get got.
It's a lot of trouble.
You gonna get got.
Yeah. So, especially this headhunting regime, they're coming in. They're definitely wanting to make
Savages.
Patel. Let's get him. I'm a fan. Go get him. Although, he looks like. Do you ever watch the show Ghosts?
Oh yeah.
He looks like the character on Ghosts.
Yeah, he
husband's
does.
A little nerdy
Yeah, he
looking,
does. And
whatever the hell he is. All right, so. All right, DFS. Yes, this lineup here guaranteed top three. Guaranteed top three.
We're going to Sizzler.
So if you want fit, you know what I found out?
What?
They're shutting down like a third of the Denny's across the country right now.
I know of at least one person that is going to be crestfallen. Anthony Binger Baleo. He's going to be completely crestfallen. He loves Denny's.
Who?
And my friend Binger. DJ friend of mine.
Oh. Does he hyphen that last name? Binger
No.
Vallejo?
Binger is his.
Oh.
Binger is his nickname.
I thought it was his married name. Okay.
No, there's no hyphen. So go ahead.
All right,
we want to hear this magic line before your phone goes out.
Oh, okay. It's back to Denny's. Yeah, they're shutting down all the Denny's. All right.
All right. This is a professional radio show. It really is.
Personally was on Caleb Williams. I was on the Bears
All
offense
over him.
all week. But guess what?
The wind is making you make a change in real time.
I'm out. I already did it.
There's a real time change now. Go ahead.
All right. This is from my buddy Mike in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
I know he loves J.J. McCarthy.
Oh.
He doesn't. He hates him. He hated him in Michigan. He hates him here. He thinks he's not going to be a pro NFL quarterback. That's why I'm going to beat him with J.J. McCarthy.
Oh.
Because we're in a league together that we do this head-to-head stuff.
Ah.
It's like 6 of us are in this thing. So, all right. So, Baltimore's darling team. Why? Their defense is still kind of boutiquey. They've played well, better lately.
They played the Dolphins.
But I like McCarthy today. 4,900. He's dirt cheap.
Yep.
What I did real quick strategy-wise, like I told you, is I just took, instead of going through the lineups, the salaries, picking players, oh, he looks good, I took pools of players at each position and then went through and started to kind of nitpick the pool. And I was able to narrow it down to a select few, and then if it fit into the lineup based on salary, then this is my lineup this week.
You know, 75% of the people that play daily fantasy sports don't have the patience to do that.
I know, but I did it. So let's hope it pays off this week, and therefore you don't have to do any work at all. Just put my lineup in. All right. I had a hard time finding running backs in plus spots. The two guys I narrowed it down to was James Cook against the Dolphins, because like you said, his history against them is good. They're a 10-point favorite. They're going to use him. And then Rico Dowdle, who clearly now, to my
He is El Numero Uno
chagrin.
Bell Cow.
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard, thank you very much. Is like 24 carries last week. Very successful. New Orleans has packed it in, like you said. So I got James Cook and Rico Dowdle. Now, the receivers is where I'm going to make my money today. I got Devontae Adams. I already mentioned this is going to be the third time. You can throw on the Niners. So guess what? The Rams throw the ball very well. I'm just hoping that the Niners stay competitive in that game, and I think Devontae is a guy I'm going to use to get into the end zone today. So I love Devontae Adams. Nico Collins, we talked about him. Jacksonville, again, a little bit shaky.
Going to get 17 targets and 10 catches.
I hope so, and 2 touchdowns. That would be great. Last week, 21 targets in the last 2 weeks, we said.
And that's what you got.
Very Nico Collins. I love
Okay.
him. And then
Write this down.
Jamison Williams.
We talked about that before.
Oh, man. He is the guy, explosive wide. I think, like we said, the Lions come out angry, and they want to just put up some points quick, and who better to do that downfield than a nice first quarter 40-yard touchdown to my boy, and you'll be texting me, Jamison Williams. So I love Jamison Williams today also. Those are my receivers. I think they're really strong. And I got to put a passcode in my phone. Okay, so this is where it gets really, really, really interesting. Nobody's having this tight end flex combination. I'm going with David Njoku today against the hapless Jets. He got 6 targets and 7 targets over the last 2 weeks. He's been
Dylan Gabriel has his favorites, and they're mostly tight ends.
Yeah, and again, just get me in the end zone. And then I've got in my flex position, which again, people look at their flex position. Usually, it's a situation where you've got $4,000 left, and you're looking at the best possible guy. Well, I'm in a good spot this week because I'm comfortable with my lineup, and I'm going to put McBride in my flex. Okay, he is the offense right now, along with
Oh, your
Marvin
flex.
Harrison.
Oh.
Right, so I've got 2 tight ends in my lineup today. But McBride, to me, is more of a hybrid tight end. He's more of a receiving, obviously.
Oh, I got ahead of you. I thought we were talking about the defense.
No, I haven't got there yet. And he is the most expensive tight end on the board. So
For a reason.
Well, instead of having to spend that at the position, which it's hard to get that separation unless he blows up, I took some value at the position and then hopefully get it excelling at the flex position. Because if I can get median production from Njoku, let's say I get just top 10 production, but yet at the flex position, McBride goes crazy and I'm all of a sudden top 4 or 5% in the flex position, that's the point. It's not about just building the best lineup. Ideally, you want to score the most points. But to get there, you have to win the positions. You have to be different from the field. So that was the approach for this sort of entry in this sort of tournament. So, and my defense finally is I'm on the Bucs. I think the Bucs have to play defensively soundly against the Patriots.
Pirates life for me.
And nobody is going to be on the Bucs today because they're going to look at the Patriots and go look at the record and how good they are and Drake May. But I think they're stumbling blocks today for the Patriots, and I think the Bucs are going to expose them. And I'm going to even say somehow, maybe a special team score, block kick, something weird. The defense makes a really big play today and helps that team win. I like Tampa as well, so I'm on Tampa's defense. So real quick, I got McCarthy, I got Cook and Dowdle. My receivers are Adams, Collins, and Williams. Jameson, that is. Tight ends, Njoku, Flex, McBride. Defense, the Bucs. Stop here. Get the broom. Winner.
I agree.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, there's not a lot. There's not a lot that I can argue with you about there because those are all very solid picks. And the concept of you have to win each position, okay, as far as, everybody focuses on the total points on your DFS, but you have to win the specific position, especially something like flex. People choose a flex as a throwaway.
Typically, yeah. That's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
it's like,
It's whatever's left.
Yeah, it's whatever's left.
And I'm guilty of this too, because when I
As we
construct
all
my
are.
lineups, when I go through and I'll look at the position, like the wide receiver position, and I'll start looking at the names on top. And there are a lot of the similar names from week to week that are on top. But you look at the matchups, you look at who they're playing, other factors. Okay. So, but when you start going through that, again, what was different for me this week is like a little light bulb went off. And I was like, forget about the salaries right now, at least at this point. Forget about anything else, and just find the players that you like that are in good situations. And then remove them. Take them out, put them over here. And I did that for all the positions.
Those are your easy picks.
And again, these are guys that I just like. That if I was, whether in a season-long league or again, if I was betting them, props, whatever, those players I felt like were in good spots. So I removed them, take them out, put them over here. I did it for all the positions. And I found that I was liking some of the positions more than others, which I thought was good because it made my choices simpler when I got to those positions. Instead of looking at, how much money do I have left? And then therefore it forces me into a box of players that I have to choose from. I think that's a very important point. I'm going to say that again. Instead of being forced into a group of salaried players, like I have 5,000 left, you start at 5,000 and you work the names down and pick the best one, that's not the right environment to pick a ceiling type player.
No.
You want to find the ceiling type players ahead of time. Pull them out.
You're throwing darts at that.
Yeah, and then try and fit those players into your salary structure. And I think that's why this week, I think I'm going to have a lot of success. So we will see how that works.
All right, well, I'm not seeing a lot of injury news, so the news about injuries may not have changed since the beginning of the show, since we went to air. So we may be holding the status quo. Hang on, active live update. Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah, I was just going to
We're
check.
live. Here we go.
NFL injuries.
Well, you're going to your side. I'm going to mine.
Okay, let's go first.
Me first. Yeah, no more majors than what's going on.
This is 2 hours ago. This is 11 hours ago. That's not going to help me. 1 hour ago. Latest news. Boom.
Fields is expected to start. Who cares?
Kyler Murray injury reserve. Jaden Daniels is out. C.J. Stroud is out. What?
What? Where?
Where?
Who?
C.J. Stroud is
Hold
out.
all bets.
Jaguars missing practice. David Mills.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, listen.
No.
Listen.
I got Nico
Mills,
Collins.
Right. Well, Mills still throws to Collins.
I know, but I...
Okay.
know.
Remember, Collins was in Houston 2 years before C.J. Stroud got there. All right. So, and the kid was already making Pro Bowls with Davis Mills. So don't freak out over Davis Mills being the quarterback. Now, if you have TQB,
My problem is this with Davis Mills, though.
What's that?
Is the offensive line has been bad.
Right.
And C.J. Stroud has been the one that's been making the chicken salad out of the chicken poop.
right, but
And that's a problem for Davis Mills.
Mills was credible last week. He did fine last week coming in.
Puke in my mouth.
Stop freaking out
All
about
right,
Davis Mills.
listen, I got Swift news here.
Okay.
DeAndre Swift, questionable for Sunday's game against the Giants.
Yeah, that's been all week since he took
He
Wednesday
missed
off.
Friday's practice.
Well, he took Wednesday and Friday, I guess.
Swift appeared to be all set to return from one absence after a full session Thursday
Right.
before Friday's unexpected developments.
Right.
Introduced some doubts.
I don't.
Early reports say Swift is expected to play, but it is something to monitor. Okay, Alvin Kamara, questionable.
All year.
Aaron Jones, questionable, but he's expected to play. Ollie Gordon will not be playing.
Ollie Gordon will not be playing.
Garrett Wilson, questionable. As per reports, expected to play. AJ Brown, expected to play.
You'll be all right.
Chris Godwin, not playing. We knew that. Brian Thomas, not playing. This is another one. Interesting. Tetrara McMillan is expected to play.
Expected to play.
I like that. Okay.
Okay.
Terry McLaurin, bye.
You know, you're killing me when you do that. You're
Ricky
like,
Ricky
no.
Pearsall, by the way, is out. Still out.
Still.
It's
out.
Jennings and Bourne. Cooper Kupp.
And by the way, Michael Pittman of the Colts.
Cedric Tillman, by the way, activated for the Browns.
Yeah, Michael Pittman, 1 catch, 9 yards. What the hell, Danny?
Tucker Kraft. Oh, God. A.J. Barner. Daniel Bellinger. Don't matter. Theo Johnson, baby. Oh, they have kicker injuries. Who cares? I'm going to read that. Skip
What?
that. Who
That's
cares?
critical.
For who? For you and your kicker props.
Loses games.
All right, well, by the way, whose name has a lot of eyes in it. Kayami Fairbairn,
Fairbairn.
who has 4 eyes in their name, is out for Sunday's game.
4 eyes.
It's probably because he got poked in one of those eyes.
Are you calling him 4 eyes? That's not nice.
Well, here it is. He has an eye injury.
Well, the questionable is gone from the DeAndre Swift name,
He's
active
playing.
for Sunday's game against the Giants. He's playing.
The Giants.
I'm running both of them out there. I don't care. I'm 0-9.
Cornerback.
By the way, the Screw-Loo Football League, which I dominated and destroyed last year for the championship, I'm 0-9. That shows you how capricious the luck is.
Rasul Douglas is not
Rasul.
playing today.
Yeah, I figured he wasn't.
He's got a boo-boo.
He's banged up. He would love to play the Bills. He balled out against the Bills last time.
Oh, Chuck Clark is playing today for the Steelers. Coming back.
Yay, Chuck.
Woo.
Okay.
Give me some Chuck.
Who's offering me another trade here? What is this? Trade?
Hopefully you can catch up, Chuck.
Up, Chuck.
He was illness last week.
These are the jokes.
I'll be there all week. So, anyway, we can go watch some football.
Yeah, let's go watch some football. All right. Well, good luck, everybody. Are we going to be here next week? I mean, this is a professional show, but I mean, you don't have any volleyball tournaments or anything next week? He's a very dedicated father. But,
no. This is the week that I work every day.
Every day.
Except for Wednesday and Thursday. But I work all the way through. So I'm here this weekend. Yes.
So next week?
I'm here.
Well, then we'll see you next week. He'll be wearing a special shirt, no less.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much for watching, listening along, playing at home. We'll get you the home game, the Peanuts version of the home game.
Is it penis?
Peanuts. Peanuts. As in nuts.
Your attitude has changed since we've sat on the same side of the table, by the way.
Why?
I don't know. You've gotten a little bit softer.
Softer?
Softer.
All right. So on behalf of myself and Damaz, who is all of a sudden now hard as steel, I'm Gonzo. I'm Richard. I'm Big Daddy. I'm that guy, and we will see you guys next week here on the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Bye.